Back. Yes, so I'm going to talk to you about the California ballot initiative. I think you guys have heard plenty about how bad GMOs are, but I guess I'll talk about that a little bit. So yeah, basically we have this unprecedented consolidation of power in a few mega corporations. Basically, the chemical pesticide industry has bought the seed industry in this country and is engineering resistance to their chemicals, and basically owns both parties in this country and has their hand-picked henchmen in FDA, EPA, USDA green lighting these untested, not proven safe foods into our food supply. And basically we're conducting this massive experiment on the American population. What happens when you eat low doses of insecticide in your corn over 20 years? What happens when you eat herbicide-tolerant soybean with whatever compound that enables high doses of weed killer to be applied to your food? Every nation in Europe, Japan, 50 countries around the world, they give their citizens the right to know if they're eating genetically engineered food so that they can opt out of the experiment of what happens when you eat these foreign compounds that I don't want to be eating insecticide. Sounds like a really bad idea. And biotech knows that. They know, well, gosh, that does sound like a bad idea. So they make sure that they've locked up every aspect of our government to make sure that we do not have the right to know. They own DC, they own Obama's USDA just as much as they've owned the previous administration's USDA's. And that's been a hard truth and a hard realization that kind of whacked us in the face in this past year with the deregulation of Roundup Ready alfalfa. And we got this fish that's coming from the FDA. They're combining eel into a salmon, and we're not going to have the right to know if it's a real salmon or some weird eel fish thing. So clearly, if we don't get this right, every single plant, every single animal is going to be GMO, and we're not going to know it. I cut my teeth politically in the medical cannabis world, and what we're facing here right now is very similar to the mid-'90s with medical marijuana. In California, the AIDS population was getting huge relief with AIDS wasting syndrome with medical marijuana. It was magical. It was this magical therapy, and yet it was impossible politically to make any progress at any branch of government, not the federal, not the regulatory, not the state legislature. So in 1996, we put Prop 215 on the ballot, and with President Clinton, Attorney General Reno on down campaigning against us, we passed it. Right? We just passed it, and we've made medical cannabis legal in the state of California, and we broke it wide open. And now it's becoming an inevitability in the rest of the country. I mean, we have some hiccups. Definitely there's been some disappointments out of Obama on the cannabis front. But the overall trajectory is, we're winning. It's just a matter of time. And I feel like, or I know that we're in an even better situation with mandatory labeling. We've done the polling. Our polling is sky high. We have over 80% strong support for mandatory labeling of GMOs in this country. All right? I mean, it's there, and we just gotta put it in front of the people. Just bypass all the elected officials. They're all bought off. They're locked up. Biotech spends more money in this country than pretty much anyone except maybe energy. And they're going to come at us with tens of millions of dollars. But look at what we got. We got people who show up. Monsanto, to bring this many people on a march. You're talking $10 million right there. To do what we just did, because we volunteer our time, right? So, all right. So this is what we can do. So this time next year in California, there is going to be a ballot initiative, right? And we're going to be 10 times, 100 times bigger. We're going to be canvassing every town. We're going to be knocking on doors. And just, telling the truth to people. You know what? Hey, check out this weird-ass fish. You're not going to know if that's genetically engineered or not if you don't vote for this. And everyone's with us. The most right-wing, hardcore Tea Partier, they want to know if their meat's been genetically engineered or not, right? So, we can do this. We're really excited. We're going to be submitting our initiative on Wednesday, and really ramping up the campaign. Signature gathering is going to begin in December. So, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to kind of duplicate, use what we've done here as a super launch pad. I feel like this is a real beginning of a real movement, and take it home to California and just super rock it. Because the ballot initiative, if we win, we win. It's not a delaying of the inevitable. It's not locking shit up in litigation. That just delays the inevitable. but a clean ballot victory is a clean win. And wherever the consumers have an informed choice, they reject GMOs. That's what happened in Europe, it's what happened in Japan. So anyways, I'm super excited to rock it out in California next year with SLR and the whole crew here to just like rocked it so hard. And yeah, thank you very much. Nice. And then also, we brought all the way over from San Diego a crazy-ass Tibetan vinyl wrap fire truck with a big shower trailer, plexiglass, and we're going to be doing a big foam shower. It's super fun, and if you don't want to jump in it, that's fine. You can just watch, which is also very fun. And it's right over on the street called Vermont, right over there. So right after Zach and Megan close it down, we'll be going that way.